Listen, I know exactly what you're thinking. Why do some people always get their way? They delay deadlines and no one questions them. They lie straight to people's faces and no one doubts them. They say something completely wrong and yet people believe them. Meanwhile, you try to be honest and they walk over you. You work hard and someone else takes credit. You try to explain yourself and suddenly you're the bad guy. You've seen it happen again and again and you're tired of it. So let's be clear, this is not a game of who works harder. It's a game of who controls the conversation. And right now, you're not in control. Not yet. But by the time this episode ends, you'll know exactly how they do it and how you can too. The untouchables, who they are and how they win. You know these people. They always seem to know what to say. Never nervous, never doubting, always smooth. And if you look closely, you'll see they all share the same traits. Because this isn't random. It's a formula. Here's what they do differently. 1, they don't rush. When you panic, you speak fast. When you speak fast, you look weak. When you look weak, people dismiss you. They do the opposite. They slow down. They make you wait. 2, they never react emotionally. Someone accuses them, they don't defend. Someone pressures them, they don't fold. They stay calm, stay in control, and flip the situation. 3, they make you believe their version of reality. They frame their lies so well you doubt your own memory. They miss deadlines, yet somehow you feel like it was your fault. They reframe everything until you accept their version of events. These people, they never just talk. They shape the entire conversation. Now let's go deeper. The secret to why it works. Now, here's the part no one talks about. Why does this work so well? Why do smooth talkers get away with things that you never could? Because they know something you don't. People don't listen to words. They listen to power. Think about it. You could say the exact same sentence as them, but if your tone is nervous, your pace is off, and your confidence wavers, people won't believe you. Meanwhile, they could say something completely false. But if they say it slowly, confidently, with complete certainty, people accept it without question. This is not about logic. This is about how the human brain reacts to dominance. And right now, your brain is reacting to them. But by the end of this episode, their brains will be reacting to you. Let's keep going. The power of time, how they create control. You ever notice how these people never seem stressed? It's because they're playing with time itself. Let me show you an scenario. Why is this not done? Your boss walks in, frustrated. I asked you for this a month ago. Where is it? Your instinct? Panic. Your brain starts racing. You try to explain, but your words come out weak. And in that moment, you've already lost. But the smooth talker, they do one thing differently. They pause, just for a second. Then in a slow, relaxed voice, they say, "That's a fair question. Let's break it down together." Boom. The tension instantly shifts. They aren't scrambling. They aren't apologizing. They aren't explaining. They're taking control of the conversation. And you know what happens next? The boss calms down because they see confidence. And the human brain instinctively follows confidence. The big shift. You've seen it, you've felt it, and now you're going to start using it. Because this isn't some gift people are born with. It's a skill, a game. And the people who know how to play, they own every conversation. But you've just unlocked the rules. And from this moment forward, you will never be ignored again. Now let's get into the next level. Because now that you understand how they win, it's time to break down why this works so well and what's really happening inside people's brains when they hear you speak. Let's go. Now you see the game. Let's break it up. You've seen them do it. You've felt the frustration, and now you're thinking, how the hell does this actually work? How do smooth talkers get away with missing deadlines? Say something completely wrong, yet still win the argument? Make people doubt their own memory, even when they know the truth? How do they bend reality like this? I'll tell you, because once you understand why this works, you'll realize it was never about being smarter. It was never about working harder. It was always about one thing, how the human brain reacts to power. And today, we're going straight into the deepest layers of influence, the things no one tells you, the mechanics behind why people fall for this. So if you're ready, let's go. Why people obey without question. You ever wonder why, when a boss speaks, people suddenly lose their ability to think? They forget what they were going to say. They freeze. They get nervous, even if they know they're right. It's not because the boss is smarter. It's because of something wired deep in the brain. Fear-based submission. It comes from evolution. Thousands of years ago, if you defied the leader of a tribe, you risked getting exiled. And back then, exile equals death. That wiring still exists today. So when someone with perceived power speaks, your brain automatically triggers a fear response. Your body tenses, your voice shakes, your mind goes blank. And that's why smooth talkers win without resistance, because they never show signs of submission. Meanwhile, everyone else, they instinctively fold. How smooth talkers rewire your brain. Now, here's where it gets dangerous. Smooth talkers don't just win conversations, they make you reprogram yourself. How? Let's break it down. Scenario, the forgotten deadline. Your boss calls you in. Hey, where's that report I asked for? You're confused. They never asked for it. At least you don't remember them asking, but they sound so certain. So what do? You doubt yourself. Maybe they did ask, maybe you forgot, maybe it was your mistake, and just like that, you shard their reality over your own. Now, multiply that over months and years, and you become someone who second guesses everything. Weapon. Confidence, non-truth. This is the real kicker. People don't believe the truth. They believe whoever says it with the most confidence. That's why a smooth talker can say something that's completely false, and people still trust them. Meanwhile, if you hesitate, if you look unsure, even if you're telling the absolute truth, people won't believe you. Because confidence equals authority in the human brain. And that's why smooth talkers win before the conversation even starts. They don't need facts. They don't need proof. They just need to sound unshakable. And the moment you hesitate, you've lost. How smooth talkers control time. This is the part no one notices. They slow the world down. Ever noticed how smooth talkers never look rushed, never panic, never seem overwhelmed? It's because they've mastered the art of time control. Scenario, the last-minute request. A colleague comes to you, desperate. I need this finished in the next hour. Your instinct? Rush. You panic, you scramble, you say, okay, I'll do it. A smooth talker? They do something completely different. They pause, then they say in a calm, steady voice, let's talk about what's possible here. Instant shift. The other person no longer has control. Now, the smooth talker is leading the conversation, and just by slowing the pace, they force the other person to follow. Time control, conversation control. The big reveal. Now you're starting to see it. Smooth talkers don't win because they're right. They win because they understand human psychology. They know that people don't question confidence. People follow authority even when it's fake. People panic under pressure, and that's when they're easiest to control. And right now, you're beginning to see it all. How they bend reality, how they make people follow them, how they never struggle in conversations. And now, you're about to flip the entire game. Because next, I'm going to show you exactly how to use this yourself. The step-by-step method. The words to say. The mind shifts you need. And once you know it, no conversation will ever control you again. Let's go. This section breaks down why smooth talkers win, uses real psychological triggers to explain it, makes the listener feel like they've just unlocked the hidden rules of social power. What happens when you step in? What happens when it's you who walks into the room and suddenly people lean in, people listen, people believe? No more going blank, no more fumbling for words, no more feeling powerless in conversations. Because today, you're learning how to flip the entire game, how to talk in a way that makes people trust what you say, even if they doubt others, makes people follow your timing, your pace, your rhythm, makes people see you as the leader without you ever forcing it. And once you get this, you'll never feel powerless in a conversation again. Let's go. You ever notice how smooth talkers never rush into a conversation? They walk in slow. They pause before answering. They control the pace of their own voice. That's not an accident. That's designed. Because when you slow down, something happens. Other people start adjusting to you. It's a psychological effect called pace setting. If you speak fast and nervous, people see you as anxious. If you speak slow and steady, people see you as certain. And guess what? People trust certainty. Next time someone asks you something, don't answer immediately. Instead, take one full second. Breathe in. Then say your words in a calm, controlled rhythm. Here's the difference. Without control, I think it was maybe Tuesday. Tuesday. That's when it happened. See what happened? Same words, different impact. One sounds unsure. The other sounds like a leader. Now, here's where it gets fun. Smooth talkers don't just speak well. They make others second guess themselves. You ever been in a conversation where you know you're right, but the other person is so confident, you start wondering, wait, am I wrong? That's because smooth talkers use one simple trick. They make you think twice before you challenge them, and they do it with a single question. Someone doubts you? Instead of proving yourself, ask them this. Are you sure about that? Then, say nothing. Let them sit in their own doubt. Watch what happens. They'll suddenly start questioning themselves. Wait, am I sure? Do I actually remember this correctly? Maybe I should double check. That tiny moment of hesitation is all you need, because in conversations, whoever doubts first loses. Here's a secret no one tells you. Time doesn't exist in conversations. It's just a feeling. And smooth talkers, they manipulate that feeling. They make fast moments feel slow to stay calm under pressure. They make slow moments feel fast to push others into making mistakes. And once you master that, people start following your pace. Someone is rushing you, instead of matching their speed, do this. Take a deep breath. Lower your voice slightly. Speak 10% slower than normal. What happens? They slow down to match you. And just like that, you're in control. Because whoever controls the rhythm of a conversation controls the outcome. Ever noticed how some people make others spill all their secrets without saying much themselves? That's not luck. That's tactical silence. It works because people hate empty space. So if you stay quiet, guess what happens? The other person starts filling it. And the more they talk, the more they reveal. Someone gives you an answer, but you think there's more to the story? Don't ask for more. Just stay silent. Look at them. Nod slightly. Say nothing. Watch them break. Actually, now that I think about it, well, I guess there's another part to it. Oh, and one more thing. People always say more than they plan to. All you have to do is wait. You ever watch a movie where the villain never explains himself too much? That's not just acting. That's a psychological dominance move. People who over-explain sound like they're seeking approval. People who say less sound like they already have approval, and the brain is wired to respect the second one. Someone asks, "Why did you do it this way?" Weak response. "Well, I thought about different options, and this one seemed best because..." Long explanation follows. Smooth talker response. "It was the best move. Stop talking." Notice how the second version shuts down further questioning? That's power. Because when you talk less, people assume you don't need validation. You already know what you're doing. You must be right. And that's how you create automatic respect. And now it's in your hands. You know how smooth talkers control conversations. You know how they reframe doubts to their advantage. You know how they own the rhythm of every interaction. And today, you stop watching. You start playing. Because next time someone tries to talk over you, you won't rush, you won't panic, you won't fold, you'll hold your space, and you'll say exactly what needs to be said. No fear, no doubt, no hesitation. From today, you don't just listen to smooth talk. You are the smooth talker. Now go and own the room.